Hi, Mr. Leff.
Hi there.
How are you today?
I'm great.
That's amazing. So I have 3 questions for you today. The first one is, what was the weirdest experience that you had in high school?
The weirdest experience I had in high school. This must have been my senior year. I was friends with a bunch of bro-y dudes in a lot of way, and so like in the passing period, we were like fighting and wrestling sort of in the lounge up on a couch. And what I managed to do was take one of them, and even though like I weighed like 112 pounds at this point, I was able to push him off, and he like hit his head against something and started gushing open and bleeding, and so that was bad. My other friend thought that was like the funniest thing he'd ever seen, so he like runs to the Mac lab. If you know the Mac lab, like you know, it was where the math teachers are now. He runs into the Mac lab where Beasley is, and he like goes to like tell this hilarious story about how Ben made Tom bleed, and he opens the door into his face, and then it closes again, and then he opens it again. He's like, "You won't believe it, what happened in the lounge, like, you know, Tom's bleeding everywhere, Ben pushed him down." And while he was doing that, turned out when he opened the door into his face, it popped his eyebrow open, and so he was bleeding as he said it. So 2 of my friends were bleeding, and they both had to go to the hospital. And literally got stitches at the same time. The guy I injured was bad enough that he could not play in the basketball game that night, and I felt like horrible because we had just been goofing around, and so I felt really guilty. I think I bought him Zorbas and like brought it to him in the hospital, but that happened, and then I just felt really guilty the whole game because I kept him from playing. But yeah, that's like I've never been in a fight in my life. That's the closest thing to it, and I did send 2 people to the hospital.
The second question for you is, what was the last gift you gave someone?
What I did was I took all the thousands of photos that I've taken of Lucy and Theo and the family and put in one of those like photo books, and like, you know, that actually like is pretty tedious. You're on yearbook, you know how tedious it can be to like lay out a bunch of images on a page. And so it took a lot of time, but it was worth it, and it's called Lucy Joins the Theocracy. And so basically it goes through all these like themed pages about Theo, and then about partway through the book, it gets to August 25th, and it goes from a picture of me, Melissa, and Theo, where Theo's dressed as a penguin in like a formal, like professional photo shoot, because he said he wanted to, when we told him he should dress up, he thought that meant dress up like a penguin. Anyway, so he dressed up like a penguin, we have that picture, and then it goes to a picture of the 4 of us, and then the rest of it is a bunch of stuff with Lucy. So we have that thing about 2019, bunch of pictures of Lucy and Theo.
That's cute.
Yeah, thank you. It's cute. I agree.
My final question for you today is, can you name 3 consecutive days without using the words Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday?
But that's impossible. How could you possibly? The days aren't consecutive.
Wow, it looks like you got tricked.
I did. Oh no, what's the answer?
The answer is yesterday, tomorrow, and today.
Oh, that's so clever, Kaylee.
Yep.
You outsmarted me again.
So that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for joining us, me. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.